You do care.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. All right. This is Marlene, Melissa, and Summer. We are tuning out to you from all across the US. We have Northern Seattle or Northern Washington. Melissa's hanging out there. I'm hanging out across the water on the peninsula. And Summer is down in sunny, sunny, sunny Arizona. So
Hello,
welcome,
everyone.
ladies.
Welcome. It's so nice to be here. Thank you for welcoming me. It's lovely.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to share the light tonight. That is right now, Melissa is doing her due diligence and she's like, don't say this, don't say that. I'm going to say it. Stop the scroll.
Let's get up and do a little dance. Come on, you guys can do a little dance with us. Let's get busy. Let's get busy online.
Get busy.
Ooh,
Let's get busy.
Ooh. We're going to share the light. Bring this positive energy right to you. So stop right here. We've got some exciting stuff to talk about. Today we're going to be talking about the X2O water machine. It is so exciting. It's a water machine that infuses light into the water, raising your pH balance where, then that way disease can't live in your body, which is so, so great. So, but first, I think it's really great that we talk about learn a little bit more about Marlene, because last week, Marlene was asking me, what is it that you do? And I shared with you what I did. I would love to introduce Marlene here, Marlene Berg, and she is going to share with us why she is doing LifeWave and what is her passion and how come she wants to share the light with each other, with everyone.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Fanfare. Yeah. If we were in a studio, we'd have the clapping.
Take it away.
I'm walking out, sitting down. All right.
Why do you do what you do?
You ladies crack me up. Well, I'm just going to chime in and say that technology has not been my friend today, right? So we just were trying to go live and Marlene was frozen for about 15 minutes. So thank God you're not frozen now. But now I'm trying to share this on your pages and it's not letting me. So, okay. What's going on in the universe, ladies? Because the technology is just being crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So if are you getting the link from your YouTube from Sparkthepreneur? Is that the link that you're sharing?
I was trying to share my Facebook, but anyway, I'm just sharing that. So
we're live on my page.
Wow.
Well, okay. Here we go.
All right. Well, I was praying to Jesus for some help there. So I guess, that's supernatural stuff because I didn't do it.
We got it. Figured out.
Yes.
We just, yesterday was that Lionsgate 8/8 and a big portal opened. This amazing energy is happening right now until the 12th when we're going to be stepping into a solar eclipse. So, that might have
and then the energy will be absolutely, So
we need it. We need it.
Yes, we need the shift. And it might be smart for us ladies. And we had mentioned it about doing it at a different time. And I have a plane going over, so hopefully you can still hear me.
I can still hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you. We can't hear the plane.
Good.
Yes.
Good. All right. So who am I and what do I do and why do I share the light?
Yes.
It's such a big question. So I am Marlene Berg. I am a holistic practitioner in Kitsap County, Washington. I discovered that I fall into the label of a light worker. I had learned that and multiple years ago when I was starting to wake up. I was going through this crazy, I don't know what's going on. Why am I getting downloads from the angels? I don't understand this stuff. I'm a corporate gal and I know numbers. I know how to organize things and I know how to help people do things better. in the business world. But I kept feeling this like flick on my head. And I was like, okay, all right. If it is to be, it is up to me. So I'm going to tune in. Why am I seeing angel numbers? Well, I was seeing 111, 222s, 333s. And I looked them up. And I have been on a healing, awakening, and a certification journey. Because when you're healing from broken body, broken mind, all the things, there's amazing ways to learn how to heal. And, reaching out to different practitioners, whether I fell off my bunk and I couldn't get out, I couldn't stand up. So I was like, what is up with that? I had a herniated L4 and a bulging L5. So I tuned into sound healing, and I became a certified sound healer. And at that same time, when I did that, I could not see the chiropractor for like 3 or 4 days because she was in conference. And when I did go visit her and got adjusted, she was like, oh my gosh, what have you been doing? You're healing great. And I told her, it's sound healing. Little did I know at that moment in time, she put LifeWave patches on me.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know. Not until years later when Susanna brought them to my attention. I was like, oh, that's what those little things were that she gave me and she put on my back.
Interesting.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, follow-up is so important. But yeah, so it was being used on Care for Me when I didn't even know that it was being used on Care for Me. So about 1.5 years ago, I received a phone call. And this person is a business partner, a client, my landlord, as well as one of my best friends. And I trust and adore her. However, we had been out of contact for a couple of years. And she said, Marlene, I need to talk to you. Do you have time? And I'm like, I'm sitting in a sweet little cabin in the woods. I have all the time. Absolutely. Let's go. We talked for like 3 hours. And I had no idea that she had ended up in a wheelchair. I had no idea that she had to chop all of her hair off because she could not use her arms to comb her hair.
Wow.
All of these things because of injury at work. And the system had turned her off of care the day it's not called procedure, the session. She had a massage. And that was the last payment that Ellen and I would make for her. And she had told me, I just wanted an after picture. I just want to be better. And her massage therapist said, hey, check out this flyer while her head is in that little circle ring. Check this out. She checked it out. She went from not knowing to knowing about the information, putting the patches on, learning more about them. And in 19 days, she was out of her wheelchair, helping her sister move.
Wow.
So at that moment, she's like, oh my gosh, who else can I tell? Who would understand what I'm doing? So she said, okay, I'm calling Marlene. I'm going to call Marlene. She's a light worker. And it was just popping in her head. And at the same time, she was popping in my head too. Have you ever had that when you think of somebody?
And they call you.
And they call you. Yeah. So
it is really magical how powerful.
Yep. We are so powerful. So we had that conversation. I was like, oh, that's interesting, but I'm really not interested. I'm really honing down what I do for my clients and the light that I provide them. I know, right? My throat chakra is closing up right now. It's like, no, you don't know. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, I'll have some too.
Because of her story, because of what Susanna had said, I said, why not? The business is a very low entry fee, and the people that I was serving, what if these little patches, I took it off earlier because I showed somebody. What if these little patches they do what they say they're going to do?
Yeah. What if it works? What if it works? Instead of thinking negative, what if it doesn't work?
Yes. Yeah. So I was at an event today the Wild Feminine Fair. And
Mhm.
look at that. Look at the patch. It's tiny, but there is
Tiny.
so much information in that little bitty patch to activate your body to do the healing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Summer shared last week what her amazing 6 days of using the patch, the great feels, because every day we're better and better and better and better. And you were
Absolutely.
able to get up with no pain. I have angel lightning just buzzing through my arm right now because it's real stuff. So I
It's
had
cool.
I was at an event today and I had a sign and just a couple of pamphlets, and I had multiple people ask me, "What about that patch? What's going on with that patch?" I'm like, "Ah, I'd love to share with you, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Come a little closer to me, right?" And one gal, it was her arthritis was bothering her. And after she did her loop and came back, and she was like, "Thank you. That was the most comforting walk I had been on in a long time."
Wow.
Visiting the
That's
booths and standing, right? Um, another gal that was next to me, her son is autistic, and I was like, "We have a patch for that. We have a patch that can help. X49. So I'm going to give you a couple and just beta test it for me."
Yeah.
Right? Because I've heard other people's testimonies that it has worked with their clients, and I'd love a testimony, right? What if this little
Yeah.
patch worked?
Exactly.
And yeah, and I put the X39 on her. I put it on her back, and I'm also Reiki trained, so I was doing a little bit of Reiki, a little bit, a lot of it, of Reiki. And after I removed my hand from her, she was like, "You didn't just put a patch on me. That was so much more. Thank you so much."
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it is important to help those that are ready to shift. There's so many people that are like, "I'm so done with what I'm doing." Or,
Yeah.
simple things like Melissa's like, "I just can't stop this pain in my neck, this flare up in my neck, and I cannot drive properly." Of course, you can pop a leaf and pop a leaf and pop a leaf and pop Motrin and pop,
That
you're
just tears
asking for
up
it to
your
heal
stomach.
here, but
Yeah.
you're taking it here and for it to go down here to
Tear up
what
your
else is
stomach. Yeah.
it doing, right? So to
Absolutely.
have a product to be able to share to my customers, to my clients, to the world that is absolutely zero invasive, a bonus effect of the 39 is joy.
Gotta love that.
Who all need that,
Happiness.
right?
Happiness now. And so
Raise
you
my
feel like
hand.
it just perfectly aligned with what you were already doing. Why not
Absolutely.
add
Hmm.
that light with your light and then create what you're creating now?
Yes. Yes. And then in April,
Oh,
our
yeah, here
founder
it comes.
released the X2O water machine, which
Right.
is double filtered. It removes all of the forever chemicals. It takes out the metals from the water.
Mm-hmm.
It also, what is that plastic? Microplastic. It removes the microplastics. So it does those three things that there is not one machine that does those three things. It puts it at perfect 9.4 pH. It hydrogenizes it, which is adds oxygen to the water. And
Okay.
then it infuses with 6 frequencies of light that our amazing founder deciphered the codes in Genesis. He's a genius. I am not. That statement was made. The codes are infused. And as I share this and as people consume the water, they're feeling better. They're better and they're better and they're better. And that's the
Yeah.
disclaimer that we can make, is that they're better and better and better and better and better. Because all 8 billion of us are having different dis-eases or out of balances in our body.
Yeah, and I love the fact that it raises the pH balance and it infuses that light so that, when your pH balance is up to a 7.5, then disease can't even live there. So this is what is so beautiful. And you've had so many people on your team have just amazing testimonials just by
Mhm.
drinking the water, not even using the patches, just consuming the water.
Yes.
Is there one that stands out for you that comes to that you could share with us?
Yes, absolutely. So I was beta testing in a networking group,
Mhm.
and one of the gals took it and she's like, I'm not going to drink it till Sunday. And it was a Friday. And I said, well, you know what? The light will have dissipated because the light is active up to 4 hours. And I said, the light may have dissipated, but you still have the benefit of how smooth and delicious and clean the water is. And she's like, okay, all right, I'll let you know. Next Friday came around and I told her I should have recorded her because she said she was propagating her plants and she propagated hundreds of little bitty bulbs. And usually she has to take multiple breaks. She has to sit down.
Mhm.
She got through all of her propagation and she had enough energy to then go and do other activities and chores,
Wow.
which working in her garden would have it would have been the end of her day.
Mhm. Oh, that's amazing. Well, it is
Yeah.
amazing too when you get oxygen into your cells and in your
Mhm.
brain, and it just can help energize you and actually, help you think clearer, have more mental clarity, and even go to the restroom better. I think you were talking about how it just clears out the gunk,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
which is nice
Yep. We have
because
2 to 20 something pounds of undigested matter in our intestines and in our colon.
Mhm.
And that it's not good. It's not good to have. You gotta let the dew go.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
it gets stuck with all the toxins and the poisons that we put in. And they say the average person has about the same amount as two plastic spoons in our body from drinking all the bottled waters and things like that. Just being able to flush that stuff out of our
Mhm.
cells. And who knows, that could be stuck in the feces is in the colon as well. So just flushing that out is like super amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we don't want that. That just makes us sick.
Mhm.
It's in our cells and stuck in our fat. And so it is really important to have a good water to help us with digestion, hydration, and raising our pH balance. So I just think that is amazing. And how long have you been using the water, Marlene?
Since the middle of April.
Okay. And some of the
Mhm.
things that have happened for you, what's been happening?
I've had to reduce my potency of my glasses. My
Wow.
glasses were up to a 3 times
Oh.
3, and then I
Ooh.
reduced it down to a 1.75, and I probably need
Wow.
to reduce it again. And I have seen people have the little eye wash things and are putting the water in it and then putting it right into their eyes. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah,
Yes, I've heard that. You can get like a little spray bottle and just stick it in, or a little dropper and stick it in
yes.
like the Visine. And
Hmm.
because I did watch an article about that and was wondering why is it that people over 50, their eyes keep going, they're worse. They get worse and worse as we age. And what
Hmm.
they were saying was that in the back of the retina, it's not getting the oxygen, which is the oxygen is in the water. So that would make sense why your eyesight is getting better and better. So, but
Yes,
why don't the doctors tell us this? Why don't the optometrists tell us this? Why do they just, charge us so much money and say you need new glasses? Let's get to the root problem. And that's what I think is so amazing about the water is that it really does get to the root problem. The same with the
hmm,
patches too. I mean, we
yeah,
were talking about how just the X39 patch has a little bit of all the patches in it. So that's like it's why it's the key one is the X39. But then all of the other ones, if you have any other pain elsewhere, it like you can put a little target right there on your what are they called? The acupuncture points. That's so cool.
acupressure,
Acupressure.
acupressure. We're not
Yes,
we're not
thank you.
puncturing anybody.
Acupressure. pressure. Yes, I was thinking
Pressure.
acupuncture, like when you were in the room getting the little points.
The
put
needling.
on you. Yeah, the needling. Yeah, for sure.
No,
Thank you.
we don't, nothing is going
We don't
inside. And that's
puncture
what's
you.
amazing. We don't puncture you. Yeah. And that's
Yes.
what's wonderful about the patches is that nothing is getting into your body.
Mhm.
They are coded to speak to our cells, and our cells wake up and get to work.
Yeah. Well, that's what's so neat about them as well is that you don't have to take any pills, you don't have to rub on any potions or inject anything that really is harming you in the long run. I've heard so many bad things about that. But anyways, you literally just pull off the sticker, put it on, and it reflects the light back. That's the light that's already in your body and activates your stem cells. So you get younger and younger every day. What? How is that? How is that even possible? Right? That's so beautiful. And it costs a fraction of what you would pay for pills and potions and lotions and injections and everything. I mean, just last year I got into a car wreck and was going into physical therapy and doing the PT and chiropractic and all that. And then nothing was working. So they decided they were going to put in these shots. And I had 3 choices. So I picked the best one, which was amniotic fluid injection. And it was supposed to go in there and just get rid of the inflammation and just, that you can get better and better. Well, 6 months later, I was still fighting with the sciatica, the knee pain, the neck pain, everything. And it was over $100,000 for 2 shots. What? That's crazy. I mean, and of course this was, the insurance has paid for that, but still, there's people out there that actually go and do that. Why would you spend all that money if you could and not getting any results? That's what I couldn't believe it. After 5 days, the sciatica was gone in my leg. My pain, I can move my neck farther than I ever been able to move my neck.
Wow.
I mean,
That's
just
so cool.
the fact that I have no pain when I wake up, because I usually had to wake up with pain and go, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to do some yoga for half an hour and really do some breath work and just get into it. And then eventually the pain went away, but the inflammation came back over the nighttime. And but the fact that I don't wake up with pain anymore, wow, that's pretty cool. And it's a fraction, just a little tiny bit of a cost to make that happen. I was so impressed. Yeah.
Yay.
It was great.
Yeah. It is wonderful. So Melissa just put up, join us on a weekly Zoom and get free patches in the mail.
Yeah, that's right. How does that work?
Right?
Yeah, how does that work?
At thepatchingpodcast.com, there are a list of a multitude of Zooms that you can tune into. If it says Team Evolve or it says evolvezoom.com, in that Zoom, Marcy will say, if you're a guest here, drop in your information into this link and we'll get patches sent to you.
Oh, that's great.
So just for being present, listening to the information, going from curiosity to, oh my gosh, I had no idea, right? And there are other podcasts on there. So if you tune into another podcast that's listed, like we have one for veterans, we have one, not veterans, for veterinarians, and we have one for doctors. We have one about the business. So multiple different patching Zoom opportunities. You take a selfie, go click, take a selfie of yourself on the Zoom, and I will get you. The ladies, we will get you a 5-day patching experience pack so you can feel the difference.
Yeah.
Some are saying that she felt it in 6 days, right? It was working in 5. It was working on day 1.
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
That, what's that website again? I'm going to put it in the chat.
It's either the Patching Podcast or patchingpodcast.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it was for me, it was about 5 days. So, cause I was like, well, am I going to feel anything? How's this even going to be working? But some people feel it and some people don't. It
Yeah.
depends on the body and how much pain you've been in. It might react right away and it might take a little bit. I loved what you said is that, give the patches a try for every month that you are old. Like, how did you say that?
So for every decade you
yeah.
are, every decade you are old, give it 1 month.
Yes.
So for me,
Kind of a little backwards.
I'm over 50, so I would do 5 months, and really miracles happen much sooner. But for you to be able to take a before and after picture after 5 months, come on. I've had clients that have been on pharmaceutical drugs for 5 years.
Right.
And after 3 days was able to totally eliminate.
Wow. That's
He's like,
really huge.
I can't pee, so I've been taking these pills for 5 years.
Wow.
And then after 3 days, he was able to totally eliminate and sleep all night long.
Wow. That's just the unfortunate part, is that this is why you need to take charge of your health and be your own doctor, because the doctors, they know how to give you prescriptions and cut it off. They don't get to the root problem. And so that's what I like, is this is getting to the root problem, and alignments are happening. I love what you said about the lady that had a lift in her shoe, and then just all of a sudden she had to take the lift out because she was coming in alignment. Like, wow, that's huge. And I feel like that's what's happening with me, with now that I don't have that pain with the sciatica. I'm coming into alignment.
Right? It's so awesome because our body knows how to heal. We just lose the connection to that signal when we're young. It's our body's growing and growing and growing and growing, and those cells are active and they're talking to each other, and they are on the march. They are on the move to make everything fresh and new and grow. And our children have growth spurts, and we start them off at school in one pair of jeans, and then 2 months later you have to buy another pair of jeans. Why? Because you just went through growth spurt, because your cells are working and they're talking and communicating.
Then as you get older, then things get stuck in the way, and in the food that we're eating, and the crud that's coming out of the sky, and the poisons that we're putting in our body, whether they're smoking or drinking or pills or whatever. Like, all those pharmaceutical pills are just toxic for your body, and they're just collecting. Like, when my mom was on like 37 different kinds of pills, and she swallowed them down with vodka and smoked 4 packs a day. And so she had cancer of the tongue and diabetes and all these different things. It was awful. But when she died, her stomach was so big that she looked like she was having triplets. And that was probably because she was backed up from all the pills in the colon. Right. And then it just gets bigger and it swells and it gets inflammation. I mean, it's so important to take charge of your health, and just because, we don't want to suffer and be in pain and get older. And who wants to get old and be wrinkly and, and not have any energy? That sucks.
Right. And it's okay to question the narrative. And I want to do a live, and I don't watch regular television, but there's been a couple of times where regular TV, like the lower channels, are being played, right? And the advertisements pop on for whatever this or whatever that, and then I'll say, this is the happy part of it, but then there's this big long disclaimer, and it's like, why?
It is so interesting because they always show the people having such a good time while they're on the pills. And then underneath, kind of like join our team now, while the music is playing and everybody's looking happy, it says may cause eyesight, diarrhea, could have result in death, vomiting, whatever. I'm like, what? What is happening? Why would anybody even put that in their body?
Right.
But a lot of people don't even look. They don't know what's in it. They don't want to look at it. Like, my mom didn't look at it. I was the one that sat her down and said, Mom, you can't drink with this one. You have to have food with this one. You shouldn't be smoking because that causes, all these different things. And, I had to help her because when you're that sick, how do you even know when to take what pill at what time? And you're sick and you got to take all. I'm like, God, I'm so glad I don't have to take those. I wouldn't remember which one went where or how to take this one or or take them all at once. And then she wondered why she couldn't sleep at night, or she'd have restless leg syndrome, or she was on the sleep apnea, or, all these different things. And, you got to take charge and be able to go, how's this working? Well, maybe now that I'm getting better with the patches, maybe I can go off the pills. And, of course you want to discuss it with your doctor and have them work together. You go in there and you say, this is what I'm trying and this is what I'm doing. And you work alongside me and we'll do it together. And most doctors are open to that, too. It's like, I'm looking for a different solution because these aren't working and I've been taking them a long time and they're getting stuck in my system. Right? So it's so good to learn.
Let's talk a little bit about, mental health too. We talk a lot about pain and how it's helping people with, health, those health type of things. But Marlene, tell us a little bit about the mental health aspect too, because I've heard that it helps brain fog and mental clarity and depression, anxiety, thoughts, intrusive thoughts. I was on a Zoom the other day, and one of the women was saying that those intrusive thoughts went away.
Wow.
I was like, whoa. I mean, she was on fire. Like, she was just like so excited about that.
Yeah.
So what has been your experience, or have you heard any other testimonials about how the patches help mental health?
Yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. So let me think about because when when all the above, when our body is feeling better, right? When we don't have that brain fog, when we can wake up. I don't drink coffee anymore. I want to drink coffee because I love the flavor of it, but I don't drink coffee because it's not good for my body and I have to pee immediately because your body's like, no, dude, don't put that in me. Right? So, and I've tried to quit coffee before, right? So the addictive personalities, and I have a small group of people who have some addiction issues and mental health issues, and using the patches, being consistent on them, and the belief that you are getting better every moment, it has given them hope.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
Because when we say that we have these issues or our children have these issues, sadly, they're going to be given pharmaceutical drugs. Here, try this. Here, try this. Here, try this. Here, try this. How about take a time out and try a very simple patch, a very simple system that you just put on your neck, on your body?
Yeah, because the pharmaceutical drugs sometimes, I mean, they even say on it, that the symptoms could get worse. And, why would you even want to take the chance of those symptoms getting worse, Because
you believe in the person that is sitting in front of you.
That's it.
Right.
And before the person sitting in front of you, it was so important for them. And that's why doctors and nurses came into that practice. There's been a shift on where their paycheck comes from. And the mission statement behind, really who is funding their life. And there are so many, and I talked to multiple of them today who were doctors or different medical professionals that have left the field because they don't want to play that game. And I've had my last couple of clients have said, I'm coming to you because I've heard you online and you say, hey, what if? Why don't I try it out? Because I've been trying this and this isn't working.
Yeah,
that's right.
And I need to try something because my quality of life is not good. Right? The body, the mind.
Well,
I had a little
feel
one.
Bad. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I had a little one recently ask me, I need a happy patch and I need it now. And I'm like, okay, let me go get that for you.
Happy. So they're called happy patches, and I've heard them called miracle patches too, right?
Mm.
Happy
They
patches,
are.
See
miracle
what
Yeah.
they try them out and see how they can work for you. See what
Mhm.
they don't do.
And join us. I put the scroll down there. Join us. Join our team. We're going to be. Marlene just hooked us all up. With got us all set up. We've got our hotel. We've got our plans to
Tickets.
be in California in October. So if you want to be a part of our team, we would love to jam out to Janet Jackson and Maroon 5 with you.
Yes.
That's
So
part of the ticket price. Is we
Woo!
get to
It
see
is.
them for free. And most concert tickets out there, they're not cheap.
right.
And they're a couple of $100 just to see a concert. So how nice is that we can be in the room, walk down there, go see the concert, and be able to be with our team and meet all these people, and that's pretty
Yes.
exciting.
Yes.
Wait
And
for
get
October.
Yeah, that's so fun. So
yes.
yeah,
It
what a
is.
fun
It is just a
fun
moment away.
time.
Yes. So please, yeah, if you're looking at us and you're like, what are you ladies doing? And I feel your vibe and I want to come hang out with you and I want to make differences in people's lives and I want to make money.
Or even if you're suffering and you're looking for a solution and you don't want to listen to your doctor anymore, try the patches for 5 days and beyond, for
Yep.
5 months, for 5 years, and see how it can make a difference in your life.
Mhm.
Because you just never know, and the answer is always no unless you ask. So you got to ask us and we'll be there to help you. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is beautiful. So we've been
Are
on
we-
for 36
Are we
minutes and
winding-
33
I know, I'm
seconds.
like, are we winding down, ladies?
I think so.
Starting to
We're all so
yawn.
excited. Woo, we can talk all night. This is so
I know
we-
we could talk all night, but
Yes.
I know we talked about doing this earlier, so maybe we'll just let everyone know that we maybe start changing the time. I don't know, but we will see. We will
As we're
let
getting
everyone know,
into
right?
winter, why not? It's going to get darker and darker. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And if we do it in the morning, there's less activity on the Wi-Fi box.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a possibility. So yeah,
Mhm.
we'll just have to figure it out.
All right. Well, think about that. Well, thank you
Super.
everybody for tuning in. We would love to see your comments, hear your comments. Melissa, if you want to drop your phone number on, it's 818 Wonka 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 Wonka.
And give us
I
a
just-
call. We would love to have a 30-minute consultation with you and just see if this is a right fit for you. Because, why not try it out? Try it out. Get to the root problem. There's lots of people out there suffering. They're looking for help. And so why not try?
Yes. Oh, we didn't even mention when you do try them out, you have a 90-day money back guarantee.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can try them for 90 days. And if you don't like them, guess what? You get all your money back. That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And because, I love that because I always try that out. And if I don't feel anything, then I've only one time that I tried something like that where I had to ask for my money back. But you never know. Then that you keep consistent and you're like, okay, I'm gonna see if this doesn't work in 90 days. I'll show
Yes.
you.
I've heard a lot of those testimonials.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I just want the water. I just want the water. And look,
I know. I
Yay.
didn't even want to try them. I was like anti-patch. I don't want those stickers on me. I just want to do the water. And then I thought, oh gosh, well, let me give them a try because I tried them a long time ago, and I didn't have anybody help me or guide me either. And I think that's where the ticket is. You got to give people the right information. You got to show them where you got to put them and all that, and be there for them. You just be there to help them, and that's nice to have. We have a whole big community of people, light workers and chiropractic and massage therapists, just like a whole group of people that help you. So Yeah, I was really surprised. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try them out and see if they don't work, and they did. And I'm so excited because I've been totally dealing with this sciatica for so many years that, yeah, it's so nice.
Awesome.
Not have it anymore.
It's awesome. I hear Melissa taking a deep breath.
And just the community, like I just love, I've always loved Marlene, and hanging out, but it's just like the community that has come together with this has just been so great, because Summer, you and I have known each other for a few years, but like we reconnected, which I'm loving.
Mm-hmm.
And then we met Susanna and Susan and Marcy, and we just have like a whole team full of people that are just so supportive, and I love that, because entrepreneurship is really lonely, so it's just like you kind of have that coworker type of,
unless you have community, it is, because it's nice to not have to do everything all by yourself. And for me, I've met everybody in all these communities, and I never seen or touched anybody live. And so I'm so excited to be able to meet Marlene in a few weeks, and I'll be able to give her a hug, because I have so many people online that I've never met in person,
right?
Thanks to 2020 and all the weird stuff that's happening over the years. But whether we're online or in person, it doesn't matter. But, it's nice to have somebody by your side and touch them and hold them and love them.
Yes.
Right? So much better.
Totally.
It is huge. And we need that as humans. We're supposed to be in community. We're not supposed to do things all by ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful each of you said yes.
Yes. We all said yes.
Right? Yeah. So it's such my pleasure to be here shouting out live. We do this every Sunday and Wednesday. There might be a little shift in our schedule on time zone, just so that we can have a clearer reception sharing out to you, because we want to get our message out. It is important for us to share the light about the details of the LifeWave patches, the testimonies that are happening, because we don't know when we share something out with you that it resonates with you, that it resonates with a family member that you're caring for, that it resonates with a coworker, somebody that you know, because there's an extremely large percentage of those that are not comfortable in their body and in their mind.
Oh yeah, so many
right now.
For sure.
Yeah, so we're here to help.
We're here to help. Yeah, and make friends and build relationships.
And Melissa just put on startx39now.com. That is a great space for you to go and do some deep diving. There's more testimonies on there. Marcy, she is our amazing, fearless leader that 6 years ago, she said, what are those patches? I shared her story in the beginning a little bit. What are those? That's not going to help me. I was just told that I need to prepare to die.
Oh, wow.
And she got better and better and better and better. And 6 years later, she is so better. She's 60 years old, went through being told by a doctor, prepare to die. I mean, what is that one on Princess Bride? Every time I say her story, I want to say, I'm prepared to die.
Wow.
Well, that same thing happened to my daughter. She got some crazy life-threatening a disease that ate the muscle, and the doctor said that she would never be able to lift her arm up and she would be disabled for the rest of her life at 19. How about that? Wow. And because I had been training her over the years, and it was so sweet to hear, she's like, I wasn't going to do what that doctor said. I was going to prove him wrong. And she started doing the weightlifting. She got into the gym, and she can fully lift her arm up now. Wow. I mean, it is awful when the doctors tell you that, because if you're not strong enough, or if you don't have community, then that dims your light, and you think those thoughts, and then we're so powerful, we manifest it and we die, because that's what we're thinking. Oh my God, he said I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
Well, okay.
Crazy.
I just have to throw something in too, because that has a lot to do with mindset too, because I think,
Mhm.
as I've been working with these patches, a lot of people will just, they trust me, right? So they'll do it, they'll try it, but you can
Mhm.
see in their face they're like, this is not gonna work.
Yeah. Yep.
And it doesn't.
Right, because they're
The
thinking
people
it's
that,
not.
yeah, because they're thinking it's not gonna work,
Mhm.
but yeah, if you use the patches and you do believe that they will work,
Mhm.
Then magic can
I
happen.
believe that they really will work, right?
Yes.
So it is a lot about mindset too,
I believe the same thing because I was talking to a lady just today and she said the same thing. She goes, "Well, I'll try them, but I'm sure that it's not going to work for me."
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes,
Okay. Well,
yeah,
what if it does?
yeah, because
Wouldn't that be exciting?
it's the testimonies of the people that it is working, like Renee, who said, I can feel my feet, and she
Yes.
kept calling me, I have so much energy, because she
Yep.
she was looking for
Just
something,
be
and
open.
she was open to it, and it
Yes.
worked,
Yep. Just be
so
open. Just keep telling yourself it's working, it's working, it's working.
how
And
there's
magic happens. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, there's
pretty
power
cool.
in our
It's
words.
There is
power
so
in
much
our
power in
words.
our words.
Absolutely.
So the power in our word right now is that you guys are awesome. Thank you for stopping the scroll and tuning in with us tonight. We love you bunches. And yeah, pretty please. Thank you. Drop a message to us. And we look forward to seeing you
On
in the
Wednesday.
future. Yeah,
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
All
Wednesday and
right.
Sunday.
Bye
Bye.
for now.
Bye.